Cool. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. Um, Today we have Viraj Nemlekar speaking, and he's a multimedia designer specializing in interactive animations, and he does minimalistic designs. So his work mainly focuses on clean lines, uncluttered compositions. Um, and if you've been following his work on LinkedIn, you'll be seeing that he's been doing some very cool type animations in the Devanagari script, which are very bold and playful. Um, He's currently working with Dream 11, and Viraj has also worked with The Glitch, Add Factors, 22 Tribal, 22 Feet Tribal, all of these projects. So today we'll be adding all of his work links to the chat, so you can have a look at that. Um, and the session's format is a little bit different for today. Viraj will be taking us through a demo of how he creates these interactive animations, and he'll be touching a little bit upon a bunch of software, including Figma, a little bit of Rive, Lottie Creator, etc. So do keep all your questions that you have in mind for the end. If you want to, you can definitely type it out in the chat. Um, and uh, if you want to also start asking questions towards the end of the call, you feel free to start the mic and just ask your questions. Until then, if you want to, drop them in the chat. So for anyone who's joining for the first time, Motion Sickness is a platform that we started in 2022, and our goal is to connect all the Indian motion designers from across the country and also celebrate the kind of work that's coming out of the country. So some of our current endeavors include a Discord community where we talk everything motion. Our YouTube spaces for all these recorded sessions. This call will also be recorded, so you will find this sometime like maybe a week later from the call on that space. And we also curate and repost work that's coming out of the country on Instagram. So these are some of the things we do. And we also jumped onto LinkedIn recently. So we'll also be so have a look at that space as well. So we'll be posting all of our announcements there and do a bit of community building and things like that. All of these links to our socials, to Viraj's socials, will be on the chat, so you can have a look for the duration of the call. So you can have a look at those. And I think that's all from me. So if you're set to start, Viraj, whenever you're ready.
Yes, I am ready.
Awesome.
Let me just share the screen. So I'll start presenting the slides.
Sure.
Let me know when you can see the screen, guys.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, so I'll start with simple slides, which I did on Canva today. I didn't know how to make presentations, so that's not my forte. But yeah, that's a quick way to make a cool animated slide. So start using Canva because Lottie files supports Canva, and you can whatever you do with your Lottie when you drop it on your Lottie files account, you can just make your icons and drop it here also. So what we are doing today is it's animating engagement. So engagement as in like how you can draw an illustration on Illustrator or on Figma, and how you can animate those on different softwares like products. So like for example, today I'll be showing the products. One is After Effects, the second one is Lottie Creator, and the third one is Rive. So I'm not comparing all these three softwares, but yeah, so we'll be definitely showing in depth how you can do your animations in all these three softwares. So yeah, that's my slide. So what I do, I normally create a lot of micro interactions lately, just learning a lot of Devanagaris because no one has done before. Because as you see, I'm taking inspiration from Matt Voice. So I think so everyone knows that he's a well-known designer, like, and he has done a lot of projects for AX and Discovery, Disney's, and a lot of things you can see on his web also. So the thing is, the style what he is making, I wanted to replicate that style to our Devanagari style, because no one does that Devanagari style, and you get a lot of potential of making all this Devanagari animations, and you can use those in your posters, in your movies, or sometimes even in your social medias also. So that's my goal right now for this particular month. Let's level up my motion skills in those kind of things. So I'll just take you through my past, like what I have done and where I was working. So I started my journey of graphic design. So after my college, like I did when I did my course of multimedia design, I went to an internship wherein at fact in what was the name of the company? I forgot. It's Rap India. It's in DDB Mudra, and I did my internship for 8 months. And I thought let's level up because DDB Mudra was mostly about print, and at that particular stage, right? So I wanted to shift to a little digital platform. So where I went is the first company was the Glitch, where I learned a lot of things. Like I worked on so many good brands like Mumbai City FC, Puma, then Setwet. So these were at that particular stage there were a lot of retainer basis social posts and all were static. So you have to be really good in Photoshop and Illustrator at that stage. And then afterwards I did all the brands in those 3 years. Like I a lot of did a lot of designs in those years. There were few colleagues who helped me out there who were making a lot of really good posts. Some were from JJ. So JJ students were there in Glitch, and they really boosted my creativity at that particular time. And then I thought let's move to a little bit of the business side of model, where I would learn like how these guys like approach the brands. So that's where I went to Ad Factors and 22 Feet Tribal, where I started learning the business model of the brands. It's not only the creative side of the brand, but also learn how these guys are like pitching the brands, how these guys are like getting the brands in their pocket, and how they are strategizing the content as per the offers and the discounts which they put in the market. And then I think so. The COVID happened, and you guys like you guys were like we lost our jobs, like, and then I don't know what should we do at that particular stage. So that's where all the remote jobs started opening up. Like people wanted all these jobs, and but now how you guys approach those jobs. So all there's a company called Oliver. uh, it's a mother company in UK, and the child company is called Mo.Global. And the Mo.Global approached me, and they said, oh, hey, we need you as a designer, can you come on board and make some cool graphics? And that's where my motion journey started, because they needed some motion graphic design at that stage. And I started making simple posts, like simple motion posts where you can use position, scale, rotation, opacity. And though, because at that particular stage there were no lotties like in demand, so I started making a lot of simple social posts, and those were getting really good hits on their social handles because I was making their own brand. So it was a UK firm, and I was working with the UK timings at that particular time. And then there are two of my colleagues who suggested, who are in Bangalore right now. Their name is Nikita Sanchiti and Neeraj Chandawar. They are into product. So one works for Zepto, the girl works for Flipkart. And they suggested me, why don't you work for, like, do product design, product animations, because they are also simple. You don't have to, but the challenge was, like, I cannot use plugins, effects. You have to manually tweak the path layers, shape layers, use the transform tools, and make a captivating animations, or like for 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So that was something challenging at that particular time. And to enter into a product field, that was the best thing to learn. So that's where I started making a lot of lotties. And I used to post a lot of lotties, because that time lottie files were also new, and they wanted all the people to drop the lotties on their platform so that they can get a boost for their website for free animations. So I was doing a lot of shape loaders, because shape loaders play a lot of important role during onboarding, loading animations, simple loaders. So I used to make a lot of simple loaders, and I have to drop it on Lottie files account. It was a free account, but I used to load every time. and I was getting a lot of downloads from that my shape loaders. And that's how Lottie files approached me. Like they said, why don't you put give it a try, and let's. So I just applied for Lottie, and yeah, I got job in Lottie files at that particular stage. So I started making a lot of Lottie animations. I came to know the skeleton behind, like how these guys make Lottie animations so fast. So nowadays people, when you just say like I need a Lottie, they get scared, right? So it's not that scary. You need to understand the principles and the structure, how you can like illustrate a Lottie on Illustrator or else on Figma. Like so that's how you can do it. And yes, so today I'm gonna show an example, like how you can animate a simple character in After Effects in Lottie Creator, their own product which is launched in Jan, and the next product is Rive. So all these three softwares are very strong softwares in the market, and with this softwares you can use it for your products, your websites, and apps every day. Like, and how fast you can make a Lottie with this kind of products. So this is a character I drew it in Illustrator, a simple character with shape layers. I'll just open the file. Let me know when you can see the screen, guys. Cool. Cool. So this is the whole character, uh, and what I did is like these are all simple shape layers. If you see, so I've layered it out in such a way that it'll be easy for you guys to understand. It's like left leg, right leg, body, right, then beard one, and the head. So so this is how the character looks on Adobe Illustrator. So you guys have to, the first important tip is like when you make any icon or any what do you say, any character, you just have to like lay it out in different layers, so it'll be easy for you to animate them on the softwares. Depends like which softwares you want to animate. So now I'll start with After Effects, so that's why I always laid it out in such a way. And yes, then I'll go on After Effects. Let's import it. Yep. I'll add a background. I'll convert those all into shape layers by just going here. You can use the plugin called Overload also. I don't have the plugin, but yeah, you guys can also use this plugin where you can directly send your shape layers to After Effects. So I'll quickly convert those into layers. When you're done with it, just like decide your timeline, how much you want to make an animation. I always keep it like in an even number, which is good for an animation in the end. So just keep it for 4 seconds and just bring that up. Now the first important thing is like when you animate something, uh, always see like you get confused with all these layers, right? So always change the colors whichever you feel they are in the one category. So for example, left hand and left leg is in one category, so just try to change the colors of those. The main body structure, keep it red, right leg and left leg green. So the beard and all that part will definitely come in the phase zone, right? So you can keep those one color. Phase, phase outline, close those, and base. The base layer always lock it so that you can, it'll be easy for you guys to animate it. And I'll just change the colors to fuchsia. The second important thing when you're planning of animating something, change their anchor points. So for example, I want to change the anchor points for the hair part. So what I'll do, I'll just click this, change the anchor points. So these are the anchor points. Ears, eyebrows, you do not need it. Nose, you can keep it to here. Beard, you can keep it to here, right? And yes, parent this one to this, so it'll be easy for you. Parent this one to the main face, which is this face. Change the color to C form, you'll come to know. So this beard is connected to this, face is connected, eyes are connected to face, nose is connected to face, face outline, and face outline is connected to face. Eyebrows to face outlines, and ear to face, and this to face. Try checking if this is okay. Yes, this is perfect. Then beard one, beard two, beard two, right hand. Change it here. Change your icon points. Same here. Same here. You can decide your anchor points where you want to place it. I always place it in my way. Then I'll change. I'll parent my face to body, my hands and legs to body, and see the body part. Yes, so it is parented properly. Now it's time to have fun. Always save your files because sometimes After Effects crashes when you start making animations too. So I'll just write character animation. It's a simple hover animation. He's just going up and down. So I'll just try in a simple way. Keep it to 2 seconds and position 1. I'll go up, I'll come down. You cannot use expressions here because you're making a Lottie here. So always just keep it like, if even if it is a long cut, it's good. In the end, the outcome comes really good. So I'll just play it. It's pretty slow. What do you do? Slow here. Go 15 frames or like 20 frames. Minimize it now. And just check it from here. Again, you feel if it is slow, just go here. 20K. Copy this. Copy this. Copy this. So I feel this is pretty much good to go from our end. Give it 1 second, and yes, So it's going perfect. We'll do the same thing for position. Up, down, up, down. So it'll be like, if you feel the head is popping up really up, you can just pull it down, or like just do a follow through. Yes, it's happening. So one thing you can do always, like if you feel this this layer is the layer which is which goes up, and if you see you get confused with this all these layers, which one is up, which one is down, which is the same layer. So always label the layer with different colors. So I always label there with the yellow color, so that I know that this is the upper layer, and you can just copy this and paste it here. So I want to tweak this little bit here, copy this, paste it here. So you know that that layer is the upper layer, right? Cool. And then go for hands. So right hand, same thing. You can go position, go up and down, and up and come down. So yes, the same thing is happening. And then you can do this for the left hand. Go up and down. Go up and come down. If you feel, if you don't want your legs to like move with your body, like you can remove the parented part, which is like the legs part. Just put it for none. If you feel as it is not going as per your storyboard in your head, always remove those. Right leg. So that is, so this is how, this is a simple animation. And then you can add a little bit of more effects to it, like the beard is shaking when it goes up. So like for example, the nose one, I'll just do a rotation, and and go here, go here, and just F9. So just keep it here. You can add a lot of effects to it when it shakes. You can add a position, and that's how like a lot of good motion designers, they play around with this effects. So there's one motion designer called Emmanuel Colombo. He plays with simple transform tools, but he makes really good motion animations. So always follow that principle. If you feel that uh, motion designer is really good with his tools, just follow that and just try to replicate those. So it is like, and then you can try with the eyebrows too simultaneously. Position, and okay, and F9. So you can just do a little follow through it, so it looks nice. If you feel, you can give a little blink to the eyes by doing a fake blink, like for example, where is the eyes? Yes, do a scale, open it, check, perfect, and go here, go to 0%, and outline it. Okay, yes, copy these in between here and here. Copy the same things which I have used it and paste it on the second layer so that it blinks both. Yes, and the beard part, the hair part, it's like where you can do a little rotation. uh, so this is like go up, go down, go up, little down, and yep. So a little bit of anticipation. Follow the same thing for this. And then this, and then for other ones you can just keep it simple. If you feel like it's going up, it's going down, copy this, copy this, copy this, copy this. So yep, so this is just an basic animation what I have done on After Effects, and it's a Lottie. It's if you render this, so I'll just quickly make the last beard one too. That'll be easy for you guys to understand. And then, sorry, go up, go down, go up, go down, and just give a little bit of anticipation in the end. Yes. So this is the Lottie which I have created. A simple character animation Lottie. It's like just bouncing, and you can use two plugins to convert those into a Lottie, which I normally do every day. Which is like the first thing is Lottie files, because I used to work in Lottie files and I know the in and out of the principles of Lottie files, how strong the software is and how it helps you to create your Lottie, convert your animations into a Lotties. So I'll just convert that into a Lottie with the Lottie files plugin. Click on the character. That's the pre-composed layer. It comes here. Just go here, and as you can see, the size of the Lottie is 38 KB here, and if you want to optimize it, it'll go down to 32 KB. So this is the good. This is one good important aspect of Lottie file. Like it converts into an optimized JSON, optimized dot lot. The dot lot is almost 3 KB. So I don't know which all apps which supports dot lottie. It's good for them. It'll be very smoother. This animation will be smoother to play with it. But yeah, so that's how the software is. You can change the colors here itself. So for example, I want to play on the red background quickly. I can just keep it here. As you can see, there's a whitish background here. That is because I have not clicked it off in my own the real background in After Effects, which I'll show it to you. Hold on. So if I click this off and just play it again, you can able to change the background. Yes, so this is on a transparent background right now, I can change it to white, green. So yep, it is playing. So that's how you can able to play this on a like create this on After Effects and use Lottie Files plugin. The second plugin I will suggest you guys, if you think your Lottie Files plugin is giving an error, go for an body moving boarding software, which is this. uh, you'll get it on Adobe. If you have a Creative Cloud subscription, you'll get on that. You can download it. Yep. So yeah, the same thing, the same pre-composed layer. Click on it. I have to save this normally, so I normally save it here. Just say sample and just render it. When it's rendered, you want to see the animation, you can preview it, current render, character. So if you think want to change the colors here, you can change the colors here. I normally change to, let's see, to blue color or green, and you can take a snapshot too. And yes, this is how things you can make in After Effects with this character. So I'll not just waste time. Let's go to the second software, which is Lottie Creator. It's just go on this website, Lottie Files. Go on the website, Lottie Files. Just go on Lottie Creator and launch Lottie Creator.
Hey
And
Viraj, sorry, I
yeah,
just want to give you a time check since we are also covering other softwares.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
it's 8:18 right now. So you
Sure,
can time the rest of the presentation accordingly.
no problem.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
I'll just, yeah. Thank you, Ashwarya. So yeah, so this is the Lottie Files Creator product, and if you can see, I'll walk you through the product where you can able to make simple animations. If you do, if you feel After Effects is a, the After Effects UI is very vast, and if you get scared of Lottie, how to make a Lottie in After Effects, you can try Lottie Creator too. Yeah. So this is where you can insert the animations, the free animations. So if you have an account in Lottie Creator, just like go on Lottie Creator product, and you can download a lot of animations from here itself. These are the free animations. I just click on it and it will play, and just hit the space bar. Most of the shortcuts and the options are same as per After Effects. So I'll just delete this, and then I'll just show you some of the things. You can drop a lot of different animations in one frame itself. So I'll just click on this and this. So you can see there is that two shape layers. Just go on S, it'll scale it down. So right now it is not scaling because you have to uniformly scale it. Place it here, place it there, and just play it. I think so. This is a static one. I feel, yes, this is a static one. That's why it's not playing. No problem. I'll quickly make you help you guys with the other things. These are the quick tutorials where you can learn things about Lottie Creator. You go down. This is something is the new updates which you find on Lottie Creator. So you can just click on it and you'll come to know what all things are getting updated on which date. So this is on May 24th. The gradient support on Lottie Creator is given, and there are a lot of different updates here where you can able to like explore them around it. And then I'll go here back. This is the main timeline as per the After Effects. This is the property timeline where you can able to change your dimensions of the page. Like this is 1000 by 1000. I'll just go for 1000. I'll change the background to normally gray. Gray is a universal color. With the anchor point tool, it's a really good tool to help you out to change your anchor points faster for your character, which I'll show you in a bit. The time frame, I'll just keep it to 2 seconds here. Right now it is 5 seconds, and you can change your fps to 60. Yes, just keep it for 60 for now, and let's see how it goes. And yes, and so these are the discover animations things where you can find your animations which you put on your account on Lottie file. So if I click on it, it will appear directly here. And yes, and you can play it here. So that's how you can explore your animations, and just drop it down quickly if you haven't made it. This is a duplicator plugin. So for example, if you're making a lot of duplicates like with simple shape tools and you want to copy it, just ignore that option of command D and just use the numbers here and the plugin here, which will help you out to duplicate it. So I'll straight away go to our asset. I'll upload the asset from our which I've created, the same character AI, but here support JSON and dot Lottie. Okay, yeah, I totally forgot. I'm very sorry, guys. So Lottie Creator and Rive, they support SVG formats. So what you're gonna do is like just go on this character which you have created, save this as a SVG. Always name them in your layers, however you wanted them into layers. Save that as SVG and just save it here. Go on the page here, go here, and yes. So this is the whole character which you have created in Illustrator. You can follow the same concept through Figma. It will give you give you the same output. And then yep, always do the same thing. The same shortcuts are here. They have recently added the lock layer, the hide layer, and the animation toggle. It's very easy to understand for you guys, for any layman. I'll just lock the base layer so it will not shake anyhow, and do the same kind of animation. So I'll try with a body layer. Now one challenge is here, there is no parent option which you have seen in After Effects. So what you guys have to do is like you have to group this. I think so the grouping option has been not applied yet. So in such a way, what you can do is like try to animate a simple layers. Like for example, here I'll go with right hand. Now see, I don't have to change the anchor layer up here, and just click on this anchor point plugin, which is very helpful, and it will go up. Same thing. So it's really faster here, like in terms of the anchor tool. It's helping me out faster to create a lot of yes. So I'll give you the same option like how you can create this, and try to animate the same way. Head, go with the same shortcut position, or just go on this animation toggle, select P. So these are the shortcuts PSOR. I'll not animate the whole character here, but I'll help you out how you can animate the your character again in Lottie Creator. So go on position, go here, go up, or else I feel this part is getting so the problem is now right now is like when you animate something, it is not inside the layers of the head, right? This particular part, it is something else right now. There are two ways. What you can do is to capture the code. Okay, allow. So when you allow it, you can copy paste it, I feel, and just use this right click and just smoothen it. You can smoothen it here also with your ease in, and it's happening here. Now what, there is one issue here, like what you guys can find. The thing is uh, the eyes, the nose, the ears, and other things are not grouped inside the face layer. So now you have to do this manually every time. So how you can tackle this is like going on your Illustrator file, I'll create a second Illustrator file here uh, for Lottie creator, because the grouping options has been not created here, so that you can do. So what you can do is like select the face, beard, and group it. So if you see right now, I have grouped it, right? The body is grouped, the hands is grouped, and yes. So now, if you can see, where is this beard? Okay, it's locked. That's why it's not showing. Okay, so if you can see, this is the face now, base, body. So delete all these layers if you feel. Okay, forgot. And if you see the body layer, just try to put the body layer inside here and the shape layers inside here and adjust in such a way. Go up, and the body will come up and the legs will come. Yep. So this is the part now. Now this is the whole body. I'll save this as character for the create SVG and go on here again. I'll refresh this. So that was the problem which I showed you, like normally how people get stuck on Lottie Create and not able to animate it a character. That's a long cut where you can have to play with a lot of different shape layers and animate it here. Delete this, open again, upload an asset, faster character for SVG. As you can see, I've already created this. Now you can able to animate it. The second thing is like just go on animation toggle, on position, go here, go up, go down. You can smoothen it here easily, quickly. So if you can see, it's playing right now. If you see, it's not that smooth as per you if you feel, but yeah, you can able to make it. Yes, I'll go on it. Sorry guys, stop calling. Okay, good. Yes, so this is how you can able to animate it on Lottie Creator faster, and inside this you can able to animate the face itself. So just go on face, go on position, go on shape up, go on down, and same thing, apply the same principles. So it's happening. You have to give a little of time for your animation. That's how it's gonna appear it afterwards. So consider this now, it's a final animation and you want to create export this as a Lottie. So being a good product of Lottie creator for Lottie files, you can straight away export it from here, and it suddenly goes to your it shows you the preview of your animation, and you can save it in your project wherever you want to save it normally. So that's how you can use a Lottie creator product. It's much more faster. The second thing, the third product which I'm going to show you is about Rive. uh, is the same software, but yeah, kind of in a different way. If you see, it's their competitor product, Lottie files competitor product, and both have their own ways of animating it. So you cannot if there are a lot of questions in the market about which is good, like Lottie is good or Rive is good. Everyone has their own advantages. If you go to see normally, I feel if I want to create a quick Lottie, I'll definitely use Lottie Creator or After Effects because I'm familiar to it. But if I want to make something more than interesting, then I will definitely come on Drive. But you can use the same algorithm. For example, right now, uh, what you can do on okay, you exited the file limit. Okay, sorry. Let me just hold on. Let me just delete this one. Refresh it and open a new file. Stick with free. So create a new D. I think I'll just write Viraj. Viraj. Let me see how we can able to make a, open a new file. Yes. So this is the product of Rive, where you can able to apply the same algorithm of dropping down a SVG here. I'll I'll explain you the product, how it works in a quick manner, because it's a very vast software and there is a learning curve in this software. And if you use it every day, it'll be fun for you guys to animate this. The upper part is the tools, where you can explore the tools, the nesting board, the art board, simple tools like shape tool, ellipse, triangle, polygon, and the bone. These are the what do you say? These are the very advanced stage where you have to learn about character animation or have to wave something. This I'll come afterwards. But these are the things where you can make your animation much more faster. But if you want to follow the classical type animation, like how using the transform tools, I can help you out those with those right now. So the interesting part is, like, you can drop down a Lottie, which you have already created a Lottie. Like for example, I already created a Lottie and I have saved it uh, on my folder. I can drop that Lottie, I can drop an SVG, I can drop an image. So the best part of this is, like, nowadays in the market, a lot of things are in PNG formats. So a lot of people create animations, and sometimes there are pictures, and you wanted that picture also to be a part of a Lottie. How you can do it? And because of that, when you make those in Lottie in After Effects, the file size goes higher for PNG formats. How you can tackle that? So here, what you can do, you can edit your image on Photoshop and save that as PNG. Come, bring that PNG here and animate it. So you'll get a lot of softwares on YouTube, tutorials on YouTube for Rive, for how you can import your PNG to Rive and animate this and convert into a Lottie. So I'll just straight away put our SVG format here. So double click on it. Uh, it gives an option called generate artboard. Just create this, and your character is here. Now interesting part is, you have the same things here, like what you have already did here. Face, right hand, right leg, group, left hand, left leg. So here what you can do, you can group it. There's a grouping option here. I can just select these, like I'll just select the left hand, right hand, body, and I'll just group it like Command G. Simple. So here you can able to animate in such a way. So if you're so for example, if you remember my first option of which I've already created on this thing, Illustrator, with all the layers, you can drop it down and you can group it here for yourself. So I'll now already created an animation on After Effects. I converted that into a Lottie. I don't have to create here Lottie. It'll be like I really do not have time to create the same thing, but I'll be using the same principles here by using transform tools, all this. So I'll show you how, where it can be used. Like, this is the artboard, where the design part, you have to, where you can able to design it, and this is the animation part. So don't get scared of this UI if you feel like This is much more complicated. Just delete this timeline, keep it here as per how it is shown here, and go on this timeline. So if you see, if I go on this base, I'll lock this base, I'll go on this body, I'll go on the body part here, and if you see here, there's the position tools here, right? Just click on this position tool, and the keyframe appears here. So if you go ahead again and open this, and you can play it again. Same algorithm is there, same principles as per After Effects. And if you feel right now it's pretty more linear, there is a interpolation part here where you can able to smoothen it out. So I'll just select this, I'll just click on this, and one sec, and if you see and play it, yes, so it is much more smoother here, right? So that's how you can do it for your other parts also, your face, your hands, your legs, and all this. Now I have already created this animation in After Effects. I can drop down the same Lottie here. So I'll do, I'll just delete, I'll come here, I'll go on design part, I'll just delete it, go on delete the artboard. I'll come here, I'll insert my Lottie, which is already created, a sample JSON. I'll just open it here, and the same thing, generate artboard, and just go on animate, because you'll come to know the. So if you see the timeline which I have used in After Effects, you see the whole timeline now here, it matches the same thing in Rive. You don't have to make your own timeline again. And if you see in Rive, it is much more smoother. So I'll just zoom out a little bit, and little bit of zoom in. And yes, and if I play this right now, if you see, this is for 2 seconds right now. I'll just keep it to 1 minute. Can change the frames here, explore the UI. I'm not going in depth right now, but yeah, it's pretty much user friendly. Right now it's 33 fps, one playback, a 1x speed. And I'll just, if I play this right now, see, it's much more smoother right now. And if you see the comparison here, it has a little bit of jerk, little bit in between in the After Effects, but if you see in Rive, it is much more smoother. So now the interesting part is like this part, the state machine part, where you can able to give an interaction to it. One second. Just keep it smaller so we can able to help you understand. So this is the part where you can play with the interactions right now. So for example, I have already created the character. This infinities icon means it's on loop. So if I want to play it only one time, I can play this in one shot. So this is one shot. Ping pong is like you're coming back again, reverse. I'll just keep it full loop. And what I'll do now, this is my animation. I can change the name as per ma'am. This is the character action. So I'll just say action, and I'll create a one more timeline where you can where it is static. So just duplicate it and just call it idle. Now, for example, to happen that state machine, to happen that interaction, you need to understand that you have already given a lot of keyframes to left hand body, right hand beard, face, everywhere, right? So these keyframes will definitely be there on the idle state. So how it will happen, I'll just show it to you. So always keep the first keyframe, okay, and delete all the keyframes, and change your frame size to only one frame. So right now it is only one frame. And now what I'll do, I'll go on the state machine, and what I'll do, I'll just bring that idle state here, which is my this state, and bring the action state here also. So this is the node which you always see on Figma too, like when you prototype. The same way it is shown here. There you can add a, you can connect this. I'll connect this to this. Before that, I'll just put a input here. There are three inputs: boolean, trigger, and number. So I'll go with the boolean trigger normally, or else I can go with the normal trigger also. But I'll go with boolean. I'll just say it is pressed. So like you're pressing the you're giving the action called is pressed here, and then what do, you just nod this here, click here, and if you see the events down here, go here and select, I'm sorry, not events, conditions, and just click on is pressed. So like what happens when it is on ideal state, and if you hover on it, or if you click on it, it will play. And then again, when you finish your playing, you come back to the ideal state. So the same, when you finish, come back again to the ideal state. So if you're going to click on this arrow again, click the same condition, is press, and say false. So when it comes back on ideal state, it will stop playing. So how, when it will stop playing, when you finish your animation. So what you'll do, you'll go here, you'll click on exit time, and just write 100%. So what it is saying right now, when you finish your, when you click on it, the animation will play, the animation will finish playing for 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds, and then come back to the ideal state again. And how we gonna give the boolean state now, we can just check it right away. So just play it. So right now on the ideal state, I feel there is a problem here. The nose is little bit of in a tilt way. So let's check the ideal state where I have missed something or not. Let me see. I think so. There is a 0 2. Let me see if there is something. So these are things where you can able to like do a trial and error every time. I think so. There is an error somewhere else, but I'm not able to find it. But I'll just keep it 1 second for now. I'll go to state machine. I'll just play it, and I'll just give a boolean trigger is press. So you can see it is just hovering right now. And if you click it off, it'll come back to normal ideal state. How you can make it more interesting? By giving a listener. I'll just stop it. I'll just go to listener here. I'll just say is pressed. I'll just say click in and click out. So click in is like what I'll do when my cursor comes on the character, the whole character, which is this character, it will start playing. So what I'll do, I'll just go here. The target area is the whole character. So I'll select this layer character, come back. It is selected. Select input is pressed, and say true, because when you, and the important thing is like pointer up. So when you click on this, it will play. And the click out thing is like if you go on the target, go on character, again pointer down, and is press is equal to false. So let's test it. Like it's an idle state. If I go here, if I click it, so the one thing one thing what I did is like pointer down. Pointer down is like one mistake I did. Like if I stop it, it is not stopping here. So what you can do, you can explore the things here. Like if I say pointer exit, or I'll say just go here and say pointer enter. So it might happen. So if I do a hover situation right now, if I hover on it, it will play. If and if I hover out, it will stop. Hover on it, it will play. Hover on, stop. Yes, and that's how you can make an your animation more than interesting on Drive. So if you feel, if you are finding it difficult to animate on Drive, animate on After Effects, bring the Lotties to Rive and give a trigger and state machine here. And the best part is right now I don't have the pro account, but yeah, these things can able to, you guys can able to embed the code and give it to your developer, so he don't have to write the code again and again there to do the same animation. So where you can do able to do it is like just go here and just write generate share link. So when you say generate share link, you will get a lot of different codes. You'll get a GIF version, you'll get a Lottie version, you'll get a different embed versions of the codes, and you can just copy paste and give it to your developer, and he will do the other things for your app. And that's how you can test it on your product. And so for example, the cursor means your hand, your finger for your app. So if you're making an interactive, then obviously on the cell phone you guys have to test this. And yep, that's it from me. That's my knowledge what I have got it since like 6 months. I've been learning a lot about Rive. So let me know what do you think of this. Like did you guys find this tutorial helpful or not? And yeah, feel free to answer, like give me all your questions. I'll answer them one by one.
Everyone, we can. Sorry, go ahead, Ashwarya.
Yeah, so I was just saying thank you for the demo because it was really interesting to see how you took the same illustration and animated it in 3 different software so we could compare. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, you can unmute and ask, or you can even type it out in the chat, and Viraj will be answering them.
So I had a question, Viraj. Like, is there anything that's available in After Effects which you're not able to do in Lottie and Rive, which is crucial to a normal workflow? So, say for
Yeah,
example, parenting.
yeah. So
Anything else?
there is one thing. There is no state machine in After Effects. You After Effects it's a very vast software. If you go to see, you can do a lot of cool animations. A lot of motion designers are using After Effects. So you can do a lot of good animations by using plugins and third-party plugins in After Effects. But it's very difficult to make a Lottie in After Effects with all those plugins. So these are these two products where you can make a Lottie. So that's how these two products have been created. So they are very robust in creating all these animations. But if you play with them every day, you'll know in and out of the software, what it supports, what it does not support, how it will affect on my app, how it will affect on my website. That will play a very huge role.
Right. And what about things like track mats and where you add shading? So I'm assuming that's not usually there, but a lot of people use it in their
Yes.
After Effects flows.
Yeah.
Is there a
So
way to go around that?
no. So why this happened? Because most of the apps do not use all these advanced stages of animations for their apps, like track matting and also. They keep it very simple because they wanted the file size to be around in kbs, right? In 100 kbs, 200 kbs. And track mat options and all these options normally used during videography and video production stuff. So that in those where you can use simultaneously Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects, that will definitely help you out to shoot the videos. But I'm talking in the product mindset, in a way, in the product side of way, where you can able to create a lot of Lottie creating animations on Lottie Creator and Drive much more faster.
Right. And what about the situation where I'd want to add a little bit of a shading around, say, the character itself to add like a different color? Would that then have to be a
Absolutely.
separate layer? And
No, like shading as in like you're talking about gradients.
no, not radiance, like that 2D shading which has a solid color fill, which would be
Okay.
there for to show the shadows and the lighting.
So you can add like multiple layers in your in Drive and Lottie Creator, and you can group them, and you can add a little bit of gradient to it, and so it looks like a shade to it.
Right. So the layer relationships is something which is not a part of
Yes, yes.
either of these.
That's why it's a cloud based, right? It might sometimes it might lag also. So they are just keeping it very simple.
Nice. Okay. Have you noticed anything like lagging while using a web-based app for animation?
Yes. So I was using Lottie Creator. Sometimes it crashes when you make little bit of heavy animations, and even Drive crashes. But that depends upon your internet also. Like if your internet is good and if your PC or machine is good, then it might not lag sometimes. But yeah, maybe they must be fixing their bugs or any updates at that particular time. It lags a lot.
I see. This sounds like animators will have lag issues in all softwares, irrespective of.
Absolutely, yeah. Means that
Yeah.
there'll be definite different updates every time, and you will never know when they are updating what all things new things to you guys, right? So at that stage it lags a lot. So you must be knowing, okay, something is gonna come up right now, or something is they are working on. So it's a natural thing normally.
Right. And what about when you use PNGs and if you're trying to use that within your files?
Mm.
I think the capability is there, but there's some issue which comes up when you use
Yes.
Rive or Lottie.
Yeah, so in Drive you can use PNGs. It will not give you it will not like lag, but in After Effects it might in After Effects, if you use a PNG and if you convert those into a Lottie, it will definitely take up your whole like GPU to render it, and it will definitely lag because it's a PNG, right? After all, and it depends how big is your PNG and how long the duration of your timeline is.
Yeah, but the like the Lottie Creator and Rive both accept PNGs as a format it can add into your files.
I have not used PNG in Lottie Creator, but for now, Rive is supporting PNG for sure because I have tried dropping down a lot of PNGs, breaking those in Photoshop, like hands, legs, and just dropping it down. It is supporting them. I don't think so. Lottie Creator still supports PNG, but yeah, you can create a lot of vector animations that much more faster in Lottie Creator.
Right. Thank you. Anyone else has questions? Please feel free to unmute or type it in the chat.
I had a question, Viraj.
Yes.
So when you did the animated the illustration in Lottie Creator, so you didn't animate a lot of the smaller things that you had done in After Effects. So is that a limitation of Lottie Creator, or was that a choice that you made? Like
Uh, the
the
thing
follow
is,
throughs and stuff?
yeah. So the thing is in Lottie Creator, if you Lottie Creator still young. It's still young and it's still like growing right now. So you'll have to sit on this software every day to learn in and out of that part, right? So I being when I was in Lottie files, that time it was totally new. The Lottie Creator was only new, and I was making a lot of micro interactions on Lottie Creator. So I know the product in and out, like how it reacts to animation, how it reacts to shape layers, how you have to build a the character in Illustrator or in Figma, and then come back to Lottie Creator and animate as a SVG form in and like you just drop down a SVG and just animate it. So I know that product in and out, and at that particular time I was exploring other products as well to know like how we can make Lottie creator much more like faster, much more user friendly to the people. But yeah, as you can see, there are like a lot of things have come up right now, and they're definitely they're gonna like level up in the future. And if you see other things about Rive also, Rive is like supporting music right now. It's supporting sound. So if you're making, so for example, if you see, I have created the animation in After Effects, and I don't want to waste my time in Rive in while animating it. I've just dropped down. Yes, Chandan.
Yeah, yeah, go on. Sorry, like I have a question. Go on.
Okay, sure. So if I don't want to waste my time animating on Drive, I'll just drop down my Lottie file on this thing on Drive, and then it will definitely start playing. I can give a state machine, and the state machine is reacting. So when the state machine is reacting, you can add sounds to it also in Drive. So that's a really good thing about Drive. If you follow the product on Instagram, on in LinkedIn, you'll come to know how stronger is how advanced the software is right now. And it keeps updating every day, so you have to catch up that software. Yes, Chandan, you can go ahead.
Yeah, hey Viraj, nice presentation. Like we also use Rive in our current on. Uh,
Okay.
but my question is like, what are the factor we need to look into for file size? Because developer asks to less than 10 KB.
10 KB, absolutely.
Sometimes we use gradient in our icons or some sort of like a
Absolutely.
big event happen. There is a visual heavy things are going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can you suggest me what are the checklist we should take care before visual like animating in Drive?
So one thing I wanted to ask, like, is like your developers do they use .lottie file also, or just use JSON files?
Right now they just started using Rive dot RIV extension.
RIP, right? Cool. So what I'm saying, like, if you compare the file size between Lottie files and Rive,
Mm,
it's a huge difference. Rive has a little bit of less size, which is about 18 KB. If your Lottie file animation is something about 70 or 80 KB,
mm,
but even Lottie files has its own advantages. Like for example, if you know their platform very well,
mm,
you can convert your JSON into a optimized Lottie JSON and optimized Lottie 2,
mm.
and and there are a lot of things like as I showed it to you right now also, like it was a 38 KB file, and if you see
Yeah,
the optimized data, it was 3 KB.
3 KB. Yeah,
So it was much more good for you guys also, the developers who can use it for from that end. And if you want to add gradients and other parts and PNGs, then you can try Rive, because what happens, I'm not saying gradients are not supported in Lottie file. It still supports in Lottie files, but if you're adding PNGs and using gradients simultaneously, then use Rive and just come up with a good animating outcome, and just show them, just generate the code and just give the file to them.
cool. Yeah, thank you.
I hope I cleared that answer very like, if you have any like questions, feel free to drop me on Instagram. I'll just help you out also.
Yeah, sure, sure. I will connect you on LinkedIn.
Sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandan.
Cool. I think if there's no other questions, we could start wrapping up. But we can give another minute in case anyone has questions. Please drop it in or start the mic. But until then, I also wanted to speak about like the state machine. There seems to be a lot of possibilities that you can do in terms of interaction there. So
Absolutely. Like there are means you can explore a lot of things with the state machine. Like I'm just showed you the basic part right now, but you can do a lot of things right now.
yeah,
If you play with the software every day, you'll come to know like how advanced the software is, how good is the software.
yeah. So the number of inputs that are like the options that are available at the moment are click and boolean is basically true or false statements, right?
Yes.
And
So there are three different inputs,
and
which
the
is
trigger would be what then if it's not
it's
click?
just a trigger. It's just a trigger. If you click on it, it's just a trigger. And Boolean is
Click
like,
and triggers.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right, right.
So most
Sorry,
of
what was the
this they are used during app animations, like if they are in real time, like gaming. A lot of gamers use this kind of this software, right? Because it's much more smoother. So if I've shown you the comparison between After Effects and Rive, right, the animation, it's much more smoother how the character jump is jumping or doing the hovering effect, right?
Yeah, you I think you animated, you said 33 FPS, right?
3 fps, yes.
Is Lottie Creator and Rive also always on the same 33?
No, that depends. Like that is your choice, like how you want to keep it, 30 frames or 60
Ah,
frames.
okay. The default doesn't come as that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just curious. You guys go through the Jupyter app, right? Like newly they revamped thing, but the flash screen is really eye-catching. How this animation did in Jupyter app?
On Jupyter app, right? Is it on the like I have to log in and then I have to see like it comes directly on the first when I just download Jupyter app.
After like login, like it Jupyter flash screen will come, Jupyter icon will come, then they animate settle of their product in there.
Let me just check it. Jupyter Money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just have a look. Just downloading it. So mostly I think so. You must be using shape layers, right?
Sorry.
They must be using shape layers, right? If you see most of their animation in the
Yeah,
splash.
I think they use some third plot line, something like to introduce that whole animation. Then they trigger to the homepage. But I
Okay.
thought it can easily pull off by Rive or Lottie.
Okay, I got this animation. The coin
Mm.
animation, right?
Coin and overall like sequence are there like.
Four sequences are there. Yeah. So these are pretty simple animations.
Mm.
These you can create on After Effects as well.
No, I
No,
got the animation part, but how they develop it? Like, is it via Lottie or via Rive, or is there any other
it is a Lottie. So
Lottie?
what they have did is like they created three different screens.
Mm.
They have paused it, and they have the end product is a Lottie, which
Mm.
plays for a particular amount of seconds right now. So if you see, I'll help you out with this. Like if you see the Starbucks India app, the
Mm.
splash screen, I have created four different splash screens right now for Starbucks India app, which is live right now on the app. So it's the same algorithm I have followed it for, like how Jupyter Money has followed it.
Yeah, I think I am from Refine India. It's a fintech platform. We are also planning something like this. Like I am also working something flash screen like this. If I am struggle, I definitely reach out with.
Definitely. Why not?
Mm.
Like feel free to like experiment with your products. Like
Mm.
if you feel this is a simple like shape animation, just try it on After Effects.
Mm.
If you feel if you need some kind of effects in the rotation or like some kind of effects like which is popping out, like just try it on After Effects, convert that into a Lottie and try to test it on your app. That will definitely help you out.
Cool. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No problem, Chandan.
Cool. I think we'll wrap it up now. Thank you so much, Viraj, for taking us through your presentation and the live demo.
Thank
It
you.
was super insightful, especially to see the interactive capabilities with these new software. Yet to still, I've been convincing myself to start trying out Rive and Lottie Creator, but I haven't yet got into it. But yeah, definitely I'd want to play around a little bit with it after seeing it's a little simpler to see someone do something and now see that state machine is not so
Actually,
inaccessible.
it is simple. Like people normally get scared of UI and they don't explore the
Yeah,
UI. So why just go on this product? Just do not animate something. Just explore the UI. I would say for a week. If you are capable with that product, which you feel if you like that product, just then start animating the product. Do not just
yeah,
go on this product and get scared. I would say.
yeah. I'll definitely give it a shot, but thank you again so much for taking out the time to have the session.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And again, our socials, Viraj and Motion Sickness socials, are in the chat. So if you haven't checked them out yet, please do. And I think that's about it. Again, thank you all and have a good night.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Thank
You
you,
for the
Viraj.
opportunity. Thank you guys for like Friday night. Oh, sorry, Saturday night.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday night for like, sparing us Saturday night for this particular tutorial. And yes, like feel free to look at my work on LinkedIn. If you have any doubts, any questions, feel free to like ping me on Instagram. I'll help you guys with the animations and the principles of animation.
Thank you.
That sounds great. Also, this session was recorded and we'll be uploading it soon on YouTube. So you guys can watch our Instagram and we'll be posting information about that on there. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.